How's it going, trainers? And welcome to another Pokemon Go PvP video. Today we're going to go over one of my several Toxic Cup tournaments. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and take a look at my team of 6. Starting things off, I got Trash Wormadam here with Confusion, Ironhead, Bug Buzz. That's a pretty generic moveset for this guy. He is amazing as a Confusion user right away. He takes care of the fighters, blah blah blah. I mean, he really only truly gets walled by stuff like Steelix and himself. Like Bug Buzz hits for amazing damage that you wouldn't really see coming, and Ironhead is great stab damage as well. It's just a really good Pokemon, and I feel like I use it in most teams of 3 in all of my tournaments. So next up, we got kind of my underdog pick of the team, Crustle, with Fury Cutter, X-Scissor, and Rock Slide. Fury Cutter is amazing energy generation, so I could get off the Rock Slides at a ridiculous rate. It's great against flyers like Golbat, it's great against other bug types, it's good against just anything that's weak to bug and rock. It's fantastic. Really good spammy Pokemon. I feel like I will be able to highlight this as well. I also got Bibarel, Bibarel, whichever of the 3 or 4 ways you want to approach it with calling it. Either way, it's the evolved form of our God and Savior, Bidoof, with Water Gun, Hyper Fang, and Surf. Yeah, I know it's lucky. I cannot get a good Bidoof to save my life, truth be told. It's my water user. It's great against stuff like Steelix. It's decent against Wormadam. Unfortunately, its normal subtyping gives it a huge weakness to fighters, but otherwise it's solid. It's one of the better mons of the cup. But yeah, I also have Golbat here with Wing Attack, Shadow Ball, and Poison Fang. This is like, you got the Confusion user Wormadam against fighters, but to me, Golbat is the safer option because it resists anything a Toxicroak has to throw at it, anything a Heracross has to throw at it. And then given that Shadow Ball is amazing super effective damage, well, not super effective, but an amazing tanky move to hit just about anything except for normal types. So really great Pokemon. And for the normal types like Bibarel, Poison Fang does very well. Golbat is amazing in this cup. Next up, we have Steelix. He's kind of just my Wormadam hard counter. If I feel like I'm having problems with Wormadam, I'll throw in Steelix. It's also just a good generalist against Wormadam heavy teams and flying heavy teams, like combined with bug types, and say they don't have a fighter at all. Steelix is extremely safe. It can even turn around a Bibarel matchup if they have poor IVs like mine. So fantastic Pokemon. And reason for wanting to run this guy is Heracross. Heracross, oh man. Heracross to me is the best fighter in the cup. To me, I seem to win most fighter mirror matches, whether it's opposing Toxicroaks. It's amazing. It's Escavalier, which I know isn't a fighter. It's a counter user, but amazing it's that. And close combat is incredible. Mega Horn, incredible. Just sometimes you don't even have to use a charge move on this guy. You just farm it down with counter. It's just really good mon, and definitely love using it anytime I can, given that it's regional. With all that being said, that is my team of 6. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay of this tournament. Alright. So kicking it off in round 1, we up against Lieutenant Surge. Starting with Wormadam, leading into an Escavalier, and this is a horrible matchup. We're going to switch right away into our Golbat. Going to try to take that neutral matchup. So we're not really afraid of much that Escavalier can throw at us. It's an acid spray, so this is nothing. He's going to switch into Drapion, and we're going to go ahead and fake out for the Shadow Ball and go with the Poison Fang. We got the shield, but already mission accomplished. And these Ice Fangs are hurting a lot, but we're going to be able to get to one more Shadow Ball real quick. And we hit it, so we got a shield, we got it to half health. Great job, Golbat. Great job. So we're going to come in with Steelix. Not really afraid of anything this has, even Aquatail is not really much. But the Fail Stinger, and that is interesting, to say the least. We're not going to shield nothing, still. Aquatail, whatever. But it's just a Fail Stinger again. He must have Fail Stinger Crunch. That's okay, we're going to go for our Crunch and try to put this Drapion out of its misery. And we do, so now we have Steelix with 2 shields against this Escavalier. and see what we could do. So we're just gonna go straight Earthquake now that we're in the red. He just farms us down, which is fine because we still have Wormadam. So I am gonna go ahead and shield this, especially since we are on our last Pokemon. I'm gonna try to farm it out of here for now. Again, I'm gonna shield. It's okay. Trying to farm it away, and that we do. We're at half health. Shield's down. It's a Toxicroak. We got this. We could Confusion it down, but we're gonna play it safe and go for the Iron Head to seal up. Pretty much seal up this game. We get to another Iron Head. Wow. So Wormadam in the back is fantastic. Steelix, great wall. We're going to lead with Wormadam again. This time we get the Golbat lead. And I am okay with this. I'm going to stick with this Confusion against it. Golbat's poison subtyping. Totally fine with me. Poison Fang ain't going to do nothing. And that's exactly what it is. Call the bluffs. Go for the Iron Head. Just get it out of here. We get a shield out of it, which is awesome. At this point, this could be a Shadow Ball, so I decided to go ahead and shield it to conserve as much health as I can. But it's a Return. Awesome. Return would have done decent damage too. That's a pretty tanky move. Comes in with the Scavalier. We're going to go ahead and stay in for now and go for the Iron Head. Get some chip damage in, or get a shield. We get that chip damage. We stay in, but then we decide to switch to Golbat. At this point, I expect an Acid Spray, which would be totally fine. But it is a Mega Horn. That hits for a little more than I would have liked, but that's okay. We're going to attempt to farm down this Scavalier, no shields. Acid Spray this time, there it is. Farm down this Scavalier. And here comes a Quillfish, so we're going to Poison Fang, since we have enough energy for the Shadow Ball to try to get his final shield. That we do. I'm going to go right for the Shadow Ball. And that's the benefits of farming. Farming allows you to do moves like that. We get it down to low red, and at this point I'm not really worried. I could shield, and one Confusion should about knock out this Quillfish thanks to its poison subtyping. And that it does. So GG's. Next up we're against Tommy Buden. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. We're going to lead a Heracross into a Claydol, and this is horrible. Claydol is a Confusion user. We do not want a fighter paired up with that. We switch to Bibarel, he switches to Shiftry. Oof. So we're going to go ahead. I think I could tank one Leaf Blade. Just barely. Nope. Bye-bye Bibarel. That's alright. We come in with Heracross. Try to farm Shiftry down, and we do before we get off to another Leaf Blade or Foul Play. And as soon as Claydol comes in, we're going to Mega Horn. Whether they shield or not, we're going to switch right away. Oh no, we're still on the locked on the switch. Can't really do anything. This is just utter decimation. Claydol. Sleeper pick much? Oof. Totally walled my line of 3 right here. Bibarel. Wormadam's coming in trying to just knock out this Claydol. We're going to have to shield because Earth Power is oof. Go for the Iron Head. Come on, go away, Claydol. There goes his final shield. He's gonna get to an Earth Power. Let's see if an Earth Power could take us out from 3/4 health. Nope, it takes us about half health. Now we're gonna try to farm the Claydol out of here. And comes a Toxicroak, and we are gonna Iron Head right away and hope we have enough energy for a second one. And we did, but we weren't tapping fast enough. Going in game 2, we're going to go ahead and lead Bibarel into a Toxicroak. This is another horrible lead. We're going to switch right away to Wormadam. We get it to about half health before it switches to Shiftry. Shiftry could have Foul Play or Leaf Blade. I'm not really worried about either of those moves. So I'm just going to take it and then go straight for Bug Buzz, which is 2 times super effective thanks to its Dark and Grass typing. They block it. Still not gonna block nothing. Not really afraid of anything. Just trying to go straight for that Bug Buzz. They get to another move, and I don't know why I shielded this one. Maybe I was afraid it's a Foul Play, and it is. It might have killed me. better safe than sorry, I guess. We're going to go for the Bug Buzz and ensure that this hits. It just gets that final shield. Trying to hurry and go for anything. We're tapping near the Iron Head. We waste our final shield. Nope, we are going to go ahead and take the loss of the lead and keep shield advantage. Come in with Heracross, farm it down. And they come in with that Claydol. We're going to go straight for Megahorn and then try to switch right after if it does or doesn't land. It does land and knocks it right out. We don't have to switch. They come in with Heracross and we should be able to farm this down after we burn our final shield. There we go. And go ahead and go for the overkill close combat. Oh man. GG's, we are going to go into game 3. So starting things off with game 3, go ahead and lead with Bibarel again, and we finally get a good lead against a Claydol. Water Gun is amazing. We're anticipating his switch, and he doesn't switch. We go for Surf. He must like the matchup for some reason. Probably going to go straight Earth Powers. He shields. There's a little bit of lag here, and then we're back in it. Boom. And I did message my opponent after this match to see if he was okay with either replaying or not, and we opted not to replay this one. He switches into Shiftry, we switch into Wormadam. The foul play, yeah, so in that last game, foul play would have knocked us out, so it's a good thing we blocked it. This one, I counted, it should only be a Leaf Blade, but I was wrong. Oof. We get to a Iron Head, which is not the best, but it does take a shield, and that's kind of what we anticipated. We're going to come in with Heracross, try to farm the Shiftry down, but it gets to a charge move. I'll go ahead and tank it. Foul play is going to do decent damage. Farm it down. Now here's the tricky thing. Here comes Toxicroak. I thought it was going to be Claydol, so I went for Megahorn right away. I was just determined that it must be Claydol. But that's okay, because at least our defense didn't get lowered and we were able to chip it down a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and take the loss of this, letting that land, and coming in with our Bibarel, going for a Surf immediately, and then hoping we could Water Gun the Claydol down. Ooh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. We get to the Surf at the very last second, and that is going to take the win in Game 3. GG's, we are 2-0. Going into Game 3 against Earl Ketchum here. He is a very tough opponent. We're going to lead with a Golbat into a Steelix, and this is just awful. We switch to Bibarel. He switches to Shiftry. We're going to try to go into that Hyper Fang. Now, can we take a Leaf Blade? We decide to shield it and try to go straight for the Hyper Fang. Even though it's a dark typing, Shiftry has really, really low defensive stats, so this Hyper Fang is going to almost one-hit KO it, which I'm sure he did not anticipate. We farm it down with Water Guns. He comes in with a Toxicroak. We're going to go ahead and just go for the Surf, try to get some chip damage in, take a shield, anything. At this point, we take a shield on a negative matchup for us. So awesome. We turn 2 negative matchups with Bibarel into a positive. We come in with Golbat. We are not afraid of anything. We're going to take any move. Dynamic Punch, about a quarter health. They switch to Steelix. We're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball, because that could do about half health damage when it lands. As you can see, I think we could take one Crunch and get to another Shadow Ball. Try to get that final shield out of him. And he gets to a Crunch just before us. Do we opt to shield? We do not opt to shield. We take the Crunch, and we come in with our Wormadam. Confident that just one Bug Buzz should be able to handle this. We're not going to shield. Too soon for Earthquake. He switches to his Toxicroak, strangely enough. We farm it down. I think he was trying to get us to use our charge move on the Toxicroak and burn our energy. We get his final shield. All we gotta do is get to any charge move at this point. He gets to a charge move, but we burn our final shield. And Ironhead should be able to take out the Steelix and seal up game 1. GG's. Going to game 2, he pretty much turns me on my feet. This is Bibarel lead against a Gliscor, and I am very uncomfortable in placing Gliscors. Gliscors, Earthquake just comes so fast. You never know if it's Wing Attack or Fury Cutter, but we technically have the positive matchup right now. We're just going to go straight Surfs. He shields. Now this can be an Earthquake, so we are going to shield. And it is, so it was a wise shield. We stay in, just try to water gun this Gliscor out of here without burning our energy. Awesome. Let's see what he does. He comes with a Shiftry. We switch to Golbat right away. He switches to his Steelix. We're going to go ahead and go for that Shadow Ball and try to get him to half health or burn his final shield. Not quite half health, about a third. He's coming in. It's going to be a crunch, no big deal. We know our Golbat has no hope of getting back into that Shiftry matchup at this point, so we're going to go ahead and just try to burn shields, try to do whatever we can. We go for a Poison Fang, didn't get the shield. He is not afraid of death by bats. Goes for the crunch, we decide to burn the shield. We're going to go and switch, saving up that Shadow Ball. I switched into Bibarel, and I think I accidentally clicked Hyper Fang and forgot what side my Surf is on. I was training with the PV Poke AI, and my Surf was on the opposite side on my Bibarel, so kind of threw me off. Switches into Shiftry and finishes us off with a Leaf Blade. We come right in with our Golbat and Poison Fang the Shiftry almost out of here. Farm it down. Now we have enough energy for another Poison Fang and almost a Shadow Ball. We just come shy of getting to that Shadow Ball. He's going to finish us off with a Crunch. We come with Wormadam. We're going to try to just stay in this. Like, Earthquake would not be good right now. I think it's too soon. It's just a Crunch. Come in there. An Iron Head will finish the Steelix off yet again. Taking game 2. Now we're going into the final round. We are undefeated at the moment, 3-0 against another 3-0. So this is for all the big ones. We lead Heracross into Toxicroak, and I am comfortable with this matchup. As I said, as a precursor, I really like the Fighting Mirror match for Heracross, but we are going to shield. Kind of unwisely, but I kind of want to make him think I'm going for a close combat and trying to preserve, when really I'm shield baiting. I guess that's kind of the thought process, so shield for a shield. We go ahead and commit. Because for the Mud Bomb again, we're going to go straight for the close combat. Really makes no difference what we go for at this point, because the next Pokemon is going to hit us out in one hit. We come in with Arbibirol and just choose to mirror it. And then switch to Steelix right before the Hyper Fang. I know, ballsy. So he's getting water gun damage on us. We're going to go for the Crunch. I mean, honestly, this is just a losing match. He had the upper hand by having the faster move lead for charge moves, and I had to force the switch in this to preserve the Hyper Fang right here, but he switches just in time, because at this point Bibarel's just kind of my win condition. I come in here, go for the Surf. The more I look at this game, the more I just see misplays. Whew. We get the Surf off, we're still in it. He comes in, he still has his Bibarel. At this point we just need a Surf. Should knock it out. It just comes shy, and he has his Surf, and that is GG's. Yeah, so we're going to try to perform better in game 2 here. We are going to lead with Heracross into Toxicroak again. So let's see if we play it any differently. He's going to get to a Mud Bomb before we could get to anything. Right there, just in time. We decide to shield yet again. Boom, boom, boom. And this time we're just charging up for 2 close combats, I believe is kind of what we're doing. So we can fire 1 to finish this off. And 1. Nope, we save all that energy and try to knock it out with the Wormadam. He comes in with Bibarel. We're going to Iron Head. So we're trying to make plays out of thin air here. Boom. where you get the shield. This Surf is going to do a decent amount of damage. Trying to get to one more Iron Head, and that we do. Taking the final shield. At this point he has energy, so we're not going to go right into Heracross because he's going to be anticipating that. We go into Bibarel and absorb a Surf. Boom. And we're going to try to farm this guy down. This should be another Surf, which is okay, because we're going to have a lot of energy left up. But it was a Hyper Fang. Oof. So now Heracross is going to come in with a fast move to finish it, and we're going to try to double close combat everything. Finish off that Oxycroak, and then try to close combat this Wormadam out of here. But I come just shy of hitting that second already charged up close combat, and go ahead and get 2-0'd in the finals. In the finals, it led to a 6-way tie. I was incorrect in saying it was 3-0 against 3-0. I had a chance to win the whole thing, and yeah. Anyways, it was a great tournament. There was a lot of unique teams, unique matchups, and a lot of switching. So always exciting to have a meta where everyone's constantly switching to try to get neutral to positive matchups. And that's what's cool about Toxic Cup is there's a lot of neutral matchups where you could you're supposed to lose it, but yeah, you could win it. For example, something like Flygon, you would think it would lose to something like Bibarel, given that it's a ground typing, but it just doesn't. It actually turns it around. So cool cup, very, very cool cup. I have another Toxic Cup tournament I'm going to be posting in the coming days, so look forward to that one. That is my in-town one. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.